INFJs often have a vibrant, inspiring dream in their minds that help them work through the day-to-day of their present reality. From the outside, these dreams can seem far-fetched and childish, but what most people don't understand is that tenacious INFJs can and have made these dreams a reality. They just have to follow the proper steps to it. Welcome back, Psychos. Today's video is all about the 6 steps to making your INFJ dreams a reality. But before we start, have you liked and subscribed to our channel? Be sure to click the notification bell while you're there so that you never miss a video. Alright, let's jump right into it, starting with Step 1. Pursue dreams, not wishes. You can't give your all to something if it's just a wish, a general kind of thing you want to do. It needs to be something specific, something you can measure. Not only will this give you something concrete to work towards, but it also lets you figure out the process you need to go through before the goal is achieved. This is particularly easy for INFJs to slip up on because it's a purpose-driven personality type. But if all you have is your base desire to make a change without a set idea of what that change really is, it's literally impossible to make progress. I want to help people is a wish. I want to create a financial self-education platform for teens so when they graduate they can plan their financial future is a dream you can measure progress towards. Just trust that you can do it and in the feeling that it inspires. Step 2. Take talented action. INFJs are great at spotting issues and figuring out processes to make things happen. However, when it comes to simply taking action, INFJs aren't the most naturally gifted at this, which is why they often plan things out well and stumble on the execution. This is where you want to make things both easier and more effective for yourself by taking actions in ways that you're already talented in doing. One way to do this is using your extroverted feeling talent, that empathetic ability to understand others and where they're coming from, as a way to communicate your mission. It also helps you do for others to help them do for you, meaning that the way you help others get what you want will be more congruent with motivating them to help you get what you want. Many people run around in circles, getting nowhere. But as an INFJ, you have the ability to see how your actions will impact others and your overall goals, meaning the actions you take are more likely to lead to the results you desire. Step 3. Finding the process. Using and following the right process to achieve something is half the battle towards reaching your goals, but finding and understanding the process is its own challenge. This is why you have to immerse yourself in a subject matter, meet or at least learn from the people in that field, and build your understanding of all the different components of the machine you want to use and be part of. Luckily, your intuition will help guide you when it comes to figuring out what to learn, who to connect with, and so on, as well as refining the processes to your personal needs. Just remember that once you find that process, you need to stick with it consistently to reap the benefits. Trust that in the process that you discovered and developed will bring you the results you desire. Step 4. Let the journey inspire you. It's easy to become obsessed with your goal and feel inferior when you don't achieve it. This is what happens to most people, and it's why they grow so discouraged when they don't achieve their dreams in short order. But when you focus on the journey, which is a natural extension of the process you're following, you can appreciate each victory, each step, each new understanding, which is essential because the bigger your dreams, the longer it's likely going to take. Your dreams are not a one-time event, they're a lifetime event. So set your expectations on that versus allowing your feelings to make you feel like a failure. This is something you're going to have to work at and on for a long time. So focus on the experience of doing that, on achieving the results, not just the results itself. There's a whole world between done and not done. Number 5. Create sub-opportunities to succeed at. It's one thing to try and enjoy your path in theory, to decide I'm going to value my journey, not just the results. but maintaining that attitude on its own strengths over months or years is very challenging, particularly with all the obstacles you're likely to encounter. That's why you have to make sure to create opportunities for smaller victories that you can enjoy. This does something else for you too, because it gives you real achievements to focus on in the future when you stumble, because it's proof that the occasional hiccup is the exception, not the rule. You've already made real progress towards your dream. This is even more important for INFJs than it is for any other personality type, because your mixture of trusting your intuition, planning things out, and taking what people say to heart opens up your intense disappointment when things don't go well. It feels like your plan was off, like you don't know what you're doing, like you can't trust yourself to know what you're doing. And it's all being validated by what people are saying. But when you create smaller opportunities and goals to accomplish and build up a list of past victories, you can access that memory and achievement when a simple good attitude would fail you. This is also an important step because it helps you build momentum. As we've mentioned earlier, INFJs are purpose-driven personality types, and when you have smaller representations of your goal and you achieve them, it almost feels like you've already achieved a larger goal as well, because you're experiencing some practical momentum. It generates personal internal momentum as well, which not only keeps you aligned with making progress towards your dreams, but actually improves the quality of work you're doing. This creates a positive feedback loop of achieving more results, feeling more fulfilled, which then leads to achieving even greater results, which is something every successful INFJ feeds off to get that snowball effect of fulfilling accomplishments in their lives. And number 6, one direction. The reality of working towards your dream is that you can often do something exactly how you should, but outside factors come along and muddle things up. It's only natural, even just walking down the sidewalk can be uneven and you need to adjust your balance to avoid falling over. The problem is that since INFJs are so process and plan focused, when things don't go well for a while, they grow frustrated. Unlike walking down the street where you have an entire lifetime of experience to remind you it's not your fault things are uneven, in the process of pursuing your grand dream, you're often essentially flying blind. You're still figuring things out as you go. You're expanding into new areas, and if things don't go perfectly, it feels like the whole thing is falling apart. Completing small victories reminds you that you can already do what you've done. But it doesn't necessarily reassure you if you, say, went from developing a solution to a problem, but now you have no idea how to convince other people to give it a shot. The INFJ tendency to rely on processes runs into its greatest obstacles here, because it can feel like your processes are all wrong when you might have just not focused on it long enough. It's important to remember that for your process to work and be enjoyable, for you to make progress towards your dream and for you to achieve victories along the way, you need to keep the same heading. You need to move in one direction the whole time, focused on one goal, on one dream. Otherwise, you might as well be on a boat with a captain that keeps changing his mind about where to sail. It's impossible to reach your destination because there isn't one. So give yourself the time to make your progress and to acknowledge that just because you're not seeing a desirable result now doesn't mean you won't. Something going wrong doesn't mean it went wrong because of you or your process. Well, that wraps up today's video, Psychos. So if you're an INFJ, what is your dream? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more Psycho videos.